What is going on, YouTube? Here and today I'm going to be bringing you a deck tech. This is on Telvanni Altar. Now, I'm already experimenting, with triple colored decks, and this is one that I'm loving. This is a super strong deck. Very, 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 very strong. So it runs the main card as Altar of Despair. Activate, sacrifice a creature to summon a creature from your deck that costs 1, then increase the cost of creatures this summons by 1. So it's definitely a slower deck, but it is very, very powerful. Usually, when we hit Altar, we're hitting a lot of things that kind of work with each other. So if we hit a 1-drop or something, next turn when we sacrifice the Altar, it will have really good synergy with the Altar. There might be some that's like last gasp to do this, or when this dies, blah blah blah. So very, very strong card. This is the main focus. You can get this, I believe, in the Mad Prince, or I think it's the Mad Prince bundle, or the I forget which bundle, but it's in the store. I think it's probably should cost you no more than $10, $15, and you get 3 copies of this card. So great card. Let's first start off. Cruel Firebloom. This is essentially there to, stop big enemies early game. It stops Mournhold Traders early game if they're playing that. Stops Brotherhood Slayers Brotherhood Slayers. Just good card. And we have the Goblin Skulk and Firebloom package. So, good card. Firebolt again stops early game threats. Good card. Our first, our only 1-drop in the deck is Ungolem. Now, Ungolem, he's fine if you get him first turn. If you play him first turn, that's fine. Most of the time, I do like to hit him off of Altar. Now, if you don't hit him off Altar, that's okay. This guy does something that Altar wants you to do. You hit him off Altar, great. Then, Altar goes up to 2. If you don't hit him off Altar, you still are going to hit one of the Brotherhood Assassins off Altar, because they are 1-cost creatures. So most of the time, whatever you sacrifice with Altar to get that 1-drop out, you're always going to get a 1-drop. You're always going to get either Ungolem or the Brotherhood Assassins. So this guy is great. This is the only 1-drop in the deck, and he is probably the only 1-drop we need to play. 2 drops is Balmor Spymaster. So this guy, again, like I said, when you play him, if you sack him to Altar, last gasp, summon a random creature with cost less than or equal to your max magicka. Very, very strong card. So you're going to get a 2-drop off of Altar. If you play this, right, and then you sacrifice this to Altar, you're going to get a 2-drop, which could be, another Balmor Spymaster, Goblin Skulk, Marshblade, whatever, and then you're going to get Balmor Spymaster's last gasp ability. So you kind of 2 for 1. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make the best amount of synergy that we can, So great card. Great card. And even if you pop it down early game, it's not bad. If they don't silence it, you're always going to get a creature with this. So this guy, this is a very strong card. We have 1 finish off. I think 1 is fine. We have a lot of removal in this deck, surprisingly. So not a bad card. I like it. Goblin Skulk, as I mentioned, Cruel Firebloom, Goblin Skulk package. That's essentially the only reason we have it in there, just to grab the Fireblooms. Sly Marshblade, this is definitely a aggressive push, for early game. This is definitely one that if you have in your starting hand, you'll want to throw down. Great card. Also last gasp later on in game, which, Altar is going to take some time to get set up. So usually when you play this guy, and if you sack him to Altar, you're going to get a card. So again, you sack him to Altar, you might get a 3-drop, 2-drop, whatever. Maybe, your Altar's ticked up to 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. But if you sack this guy to Altar later on in the later game, you're going to get a card with it. So again, we sack something to Altar to get a creature, and we get a nice extra little bonus. Good card. 3 Sorcerer's Negations. I don't really think I need to explain Sorcerer's Negation. Great card. Stops Daggerfall Mage completely. Stops a lot of things. Just a good card. Thieves Guild Recruit. Keep that card draw going. Great card. It's been played probably in every green deck since it's been printed or since it's been made. Great card. Blackhand Messenger. This is a card that I grown to love. I didn't think this card was good just because I was like, 3 magic for 0/2? Like, why is that good? He has Drain, so what's the point? But then you get to deal 2 damage to a creature when you summon him. So you get to potentially kill something off. He has Drain, so that 2 damage will actually, let's say you kill a 2 drop off, you're going to gain 2. And Last Gasp, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Now, I actually believe that if the Last Gasp triggers, you're actually going to gain some life back with that. So good card. Again, good in the early game. Good sacrifice for Altar. Again, we play Altar, sack this guy off to get a creature. We hit his Last Gasp ability. So, great card. Brotherhood Slayer. It's Brotherhood Slayer. It's a nice prophecy card. If you get the completed contracts, helps us ramp a bit. Good card. Dark Guardian. It's Dark Guardian. This isn't really one that is kind of pushed for Altar. It's just kind of pushed for early game just because it's a 2/5 for 3 with guard and has that bonus of if they had a prophecy, you're drawing a card. So good card. Galen the Shelter. I like Galen. I've always liked Galen. I try to throw him in every one of my decks, and he helped a lot. In the gameplay you'll see in a minute, I actually threw in Sadra's Agent into the deck, and when Altar, when I sacked something off, since Altar of Despair was going to summon, the next time I was going to use Altar of Despair, it was going to summon a 4-drop creature. It actually summoned a 7/5 Sadra's Agent. So, great card, Galen, it's just Galen. Mummify, we use Mummify for big things. We use it for, Paarthurnax, Odahviing, Dagothur, etc. So, has Prophecy. As you'll see in the gameplay, I actually started using it a little too early. But it was kind of funny. But good card. Telvanni Catspaw. Some people don't run this in the 3-drop slot. I think it's great. Last Gasp, draw a card. So, it's fine if you have to throw it down early game, because if they kill it and you trade with something, you're going to draw a card. But even better is if you sack it to Altar, since you're sacrificing it, you're drawing 2 cards instead, which is kind of absurd. That's kind of absurd to think. Like, you get a card from Altar that goes right onto the battlefield, and you're drawing, and if you sacked, if you use Altar, if you sacked this to Altar, you're drawing 2 cards. That's pretty insane, guys. I don't know about you, but that's a little absurd. I like this card. I know some people don't run it. Some people run other cards over this. I don't exactly know what they run, but I'm running Catspaw, and it's been doing fine for me, so it's kind of up to you, but I'd give Catspaw a try. Moving up, we got Lightning Bolt. Again, like I've said before, if you're running any blue-based decks, you run 3 Lightning Bolts, end of story. Queen Baron Zaya. I'm not a huge fan of this card. It kind of turns me off the fact that she has 3 toughness. And, you kind of have to set that board up to really get maximum value out of the guard. But she is strong in this deck. Because if you hit her off of Altar or, anything, that's pretty strong. Also, we don't have many life gain options in this deck, so a 4 Magicka 6/3 with Drain is pretty good. As you see in the gameplay coming up, she actually saved me in the end because I was getting her kind of low on life, and I drew her and I threw her down, and she was able to get me some life. So great card. Rising of Bones. I like this card. It gives you a couple guards. This is actually a pretty good card. 4 for essentially maybe if you're you want to try to get that betray ability, but 4 for essentially 2 3/3s with guard. So you have 6 power and 6 toughness spread across the board with guard. That's not bad. And we have a lot of things in this deck that can, um, if you sacrifice it, or if you last gasp, can benefit. So you could be getting 2/3/3s, and for instance, let's say we betray Balmor Spymaster. We're gonna get another card with Balmor Spymaster, and then we're gonna be able to play this again. So I like Rising Bones. I do. I think it's good. Soldier's Agent. It's Soldier's Agent. It's a good card. Um, I think it's fine. 4/4/4/2 with guard is definitely a more aggressive play. It's always gonna pretty much die in combat, but it's probably gonna take something with it. And then last gasp, you get the 2/1. So again, if you use alter on this, you can get a 2/1. You get something from alter, and you get a 2/1. So great card. Brynjolf. Um, It's Brynjolf, 5 for 5/4 with Drain. When a friendly creature pilfers or drains, gain 1 max magic at this turn. I don't really think there's much to say. He's pretty straightforward. You just kind of hit face, gain some life back. You get some Magicka to do things with. So it's a great card. Hallowed Death Priest. Everyone knows that I like this card. Well, not everyone knows, but I like this card a lot. It's just so powerful. I mean, if you think about it, you're playing a 5 Magicka 3/5, which I mean is okay. Summon, transform the highest cost creature in your opponent's hand into a shriveled mummy. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty damn good, guys. The fact that we're maybe even taking like a Dagoth or a Parthenax or Alduin or Odiving, whatever, into a 2/2 is kind of absurd. So great card. Sun and Shadow. Sun and Shadow I've only actually kind of play tested with a couple times, but I like it a lot. What's fun with Sun and Shadow is that you could play Sun and Shadow, you could permanently shackle something, and then you can go grab whatever action you want from your deck, which is absurdly powerful. That is absurdly powerful. Just be able to grab anything. I mean, any action from your deck is ridiculous. Then what's fun is, that thing is permanently shackled, so it really kind of does nothing. Then you Altar of Despair it. So you essentially just played Sun and Shadow, didn't really shackle anything, just got something for free from your deck, Altar of Despaired something. It could have been a Last Gasp ability. Get the thing from Altar, get that Last Gasp ability. So, super strong. I already went over Altar of Despair, great card. Fate Weaver. Fate Weaver is good. I don't think many people play it, but 6 for a 3/3 with Prophecy is not too great. Summon, draw a card. If it's a Prophecy, you may play it for free. We have 11 Prophecies, so the odds of you hitting a Prophecy is not great, but you're drawing a card, which is nice. Ideally, at the 6th slot, I want Genius Path Mage. I think Fate Weaver is a fine replacement for Genius Path Mage. Genius Path Mage is 6 for a 4/4 when you summon it. Summon a random creature from your deck with cost equal to your current Magicka. So, not Fate Weaver. Genius Path Mage will come, more into play on how Altar's set up. You want to maybe get Genius Path Mage when you have 12 Magicka, and then, like, for instance, like, if the tick or the marker, when it's going up, if the Altar's Despair is on 6, and you sack something, and you get that Genius Path Mage, well, you still have 12 Magicka. So you're going to be summoning something crazy. You get what I mean. We don't have any 12 drops, that's why I'm saying it requires you to kind of set up that Genius Path Mage turn. But besides that, I'm going on a rant right now, or ramble. I think this is okay for a replacement because Genius Path Mage is a legendary and it's not unique, so that's fine as a replacement. Ice Storm, I love Ice Storm. I actually want this card in my starting hand, or at least not my starting hand, but I want this card in my hand very, very quick. Like, this is something I want to draw because it's so devastating to fast decks. Fast decks that dump their hand on the board and maybe have a decent board presence but can still be hit by Ice Storm is just absolutely brutal, because then they're just sitting there like, oh, well, what do I do? Nothing. Gentleman Jim Stacy. Now, fun fact is, I actually wanted this card. I kind of needed this card for the deck. I was looking up a bunch of decks, and people, seem to be playing Gentleman Jim Stacy in in this deck, and I was like, yeah, no, I could see him being played in this deck. He's very, very, very strong. He's one of the strongest. His summon ability is one of the strongest summon abilities in the game, in the right situations. That's the big caveat. Is it's not always going to be strong. In fact, most times it's going to be kind of crappy. But when you could get it in the right situation, it is unbelievably powerful. Like if they have one card in the hand that they're saving because maybe they have a combo or maybe they just need to save it. Maybe it's an Odiving and they're trying to clear that board at some point. And you play Gentleman Jim Stacy, you're getting that card. You don't get a copy of it. You don't get an extra copy if it's in their deck or whatever. You get the card in their hand. Like they physically give you that card for the game, which is unbelievably strong. So I opened a couple. Anyway, so I opened a couple packs yesterday, and it was the $20 bundle thing. It was like 15 packs and guaranteed legendary. And I was going through the 15 packs, and I was like, oh, there's a legendary. I was like, can it be Gentleman Jim Stacy? Can it be Thorana? Can it be Genie's Path Mages? Open it up, it's Gentleman Jim Stacy. I'm like, hell yeah. But not even it's just Gentleman Jim Stacy. It was a premium Gentleman Jim Stacy. I was like, I was looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's premium. That's pretty awesome. I don't know. It's one thing to get it, but then it's just extra bonus to get the premium copy. Anyways, this is one of our 7 drops. I'm going on a rant. I keep saying rant. I'm going on a ramble about random things. Sorry. This is one of our 7 drops. If you hit it off of Altar, it's definitely strong because you're not actually really playing it. And then they have to give you a card. He might actually even be, if you have him in your hand, he might even be decent to hold on to. I wouldn't even just play it, but definitely decent to hold on to. Then our other 7 drops is Nixox. Nixox is definitely strong, and it's really surprising that it's a common. 7 for a 5/5 summon, gains 6 magicka this turn. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's say you summon this off of Altar and you haven't spent any magicka. Depending on your magicka, you could be getting, a lot of magicka that turn, which is a little unnerving, unnerving. At least for the opponent. I think I summoned Nixox when I still had 12 magicka, and then I had like 18 magicka. And I was like, bro, I could literally like play my whole hand out right now because I still had like another altar out. I had like Telvanni Cat's Paw in my hand, so I like played the Telvanni Cat's Paw, sacked the Telvanni Cat's Paw, to grab something from altar, drew 2 cards. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anyways, this is a good card. It's nice to hit this off of altar because then you still have more magic to do stuff with. So great card. Spirit Knife. Spirit Knife has actually been seen play, and I think it well deserves its play. It's a strong card. 7 magicka might turn people off at first. It's just to deal 7 to a creature, and draw a card. But 7's a lot to a creature. 7 could take out a lot of creatures. And, 7 magicka isn't that much, in a control strategy. Think about it. People are playing things, turn 6, turn 7. By turn 7, you could be Spirit Knifing them and drawing a card, which is pretty powerful. So, good card. A lot of the times when I play Sun and Shadow, I'll go get Spirit Knife just because I know I have, for the most part, like a direct kill spell or quote-unquote a hard removal. So, good card. I also have a premium of that. Looks awesome. So, good card. On Kano, I mean, now at this point, we're just kind of getting to our big bombs that Altar could summon. A lot of this stuff over here and there, we're just kind of like, setups and things that happen. Now, most of the stuff is just big bombs. On Kano, it's on Kano. He's been played forever since he's been out. Great card. 3 Eclipse Baroness. Eclipse Baroness, nice card. Draws you stuff. It can draw you, whatever. You could sack it to Altar. Get another card. Altar puts something on the field. I think you get it by now. Blood Magic Lord. I like this card a lot. Blood Magic spell is great. If you hit it with Alter, I mean, you're going to have a lot of Magicka to do stuff and maybe also play the Blood Magic spell, so great card. Red Brahmin, very, very powerful. Silence and Shackle all enemy creatures in this lane. Super, super strong. Super strong. When I started playing with Red Brahmin, I really didn't think he was that great. I was like, he silenced shackles things, okay, but that's really good. Silencing and shackling all enemy creatures in the lane is really, really powerful. That makes all breakthroughs nothing. That makes all it drains nothing. And it's also shackled, so you could start trading in if you can't finish the board off. It's shackled, so they can't do anything in the next turn, and you can clear it up the following turn. Great card, super strong. And then to finish our list off, we have Tazcad. It's going to be one of our game enders, another big bomb. Just a good card. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the deck tech part of this, and we got gameplay coming on in a second. Alright, so we got some Alter gameplay for you, Telvanni Alter. Made the deck yesterday, and it's really good. Really good. Okay, so we have the ring, which is not bad at all. This guy is rank 8. It's not too bad, actually. I'm gonna keep that hand. I'm not even gonna play anything, I'm not gonna rush my hand out quickly. Maybe, I don't know though. He's playing Dagoth. Okay, there's the Mummify. Spirit Knife. I'm gonna save the Belmore Spymaster. This guy's really, really good to sack with Alter.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Daggerfall Mage. There's Ice Storm. Just gonna mummify that. I don't want to give him card advantage. Okay. Mummify again. Not exactly ideal for what I want to be doing, but
Close ranks, let nothing through.
Damn, he's got me down to 20. Side Marshblade.
The Night Mother will guide us.
I'm gonna do that. Let's do that.
Perhaps we can help one another.
Tell Boss Magister. I'm debating on dropping Jim Stacy. Because he's got 5 cards in hand? Yeah.
Some thieves have manners.
I didn't like Jim Stacy at first, but I think he's a very strong card in situations. It's not exactly what I wanted, but you get a card. It's not like he says get a copy or whatever. You know what I mean? It's you get a card, so
Follow me,
that's really good. Yeah, that's Maybe he might be playing Dagoth Merrick. So I think I'm gonna probably have to Spirit Knife that. Rising of Bones again. I'm just gonna
I
keep the
said,
ward.
good day.
Not like it's gonna matter, but you know. Not much. I mean, I have a lot of stuff in my hand.
Sorry it had to come to this.
Thanks, bud. I'll just do that. It's not too bad. Taking out that guy. It's not bad at all. And then I have the Ice Storm, so if he drops a lot of, like, you know, weak stuff that could be hit with Ice Storm, that's perfect. I really... Yeah, keep dropping stuff. No? Nothing? Alright. Slime Marshblades will help us. I think I might just drop Rising of Bones and Balmora.
Fly like the wind and the shadows protect me.
I think I'm gonna do that. Back that off. Prison Ship. Huh. I'm gonna drop this dude right here.
I stand ready.
Still got Ice Storm. I can't believe I hit a Prison Ship off that. I mean, that doesn't... I don't know. That's weird.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
He'll get a 5/5. He'll probably play. Or no, you're gonna kill. Yeah. Sounds good. If I can grab Altar, that'd be great.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
So far, so good. So far, everything's in reach of I just don't even know if. Thinking Brynjolf might be the best option.
Scaleless coward.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work? I will keep Sothasil's people alive.
I think I'm gonna drop the Marsh Blades in there. Well, these would be 7/4. Yeah, let's do that. That's strong.
I said, good day.
Now the prison ship doesn't matter, so if we hit Altar, you know, I guess it'll help us out. Just gonna kill Brynjolf off. Brynjolf is almost, yeah, almost an immediate target.
The day is mine.
Orders?
Orders? Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, we still have enough for Ice Storm, so... I'm thinking... This might be the best option. That...
What have we here?
Ooh, Blood Magic Lord for 8. That's probably gonna be dropped next turn. We gotta make sure that these guys can't hit. So I think Soldier's Agent.
We'll stand together.
And then Rising of Bones, that into that into another one. And I'd say that seems just about right. Still no Altar. This is definitely a matchup for Altar, you know. If you kill Soldier's Agent off, I get more stuff. It's not like it matters much, you know. That's cool. That's cool. Now they're all in reach of Bolt. Not Bolt, Ice Storm, excuse me.
Elements, I summon thee.
That's perfect. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Keep it going. I'm going. Damn, I don't want to hit this stuff yet. This is definitely an Ice Storm board. So, We'll go ahead and do that. Drop and goal. Drop Marshblade.
I stand ready.
We'll pass. Yeah, so I think he is playing some form of Merrick Dagoth deck.
Care to make a friendly wager?
Corner Club Gambler. So I need to draw. Well, I mean that's not too bad, but I will drop this though. On this side.
Now you will see real power.
The Gargoyle. We probably should have played Skulk last turn because then we would have been able to kill that off. Let's throw the Gargoyle down. That's pretty good. The Corner Club Gambler. Fortunately, I don't really have any other removal options. I do have Fate Weaver to grab me a card. We've played a total of 1 Ice Storm, so there's still two Ice Storms in our deck.
The forest will not suffer your
Yeah,
presence.
that sucks. Oh well.
You bet on the wrong side.
Let's heat things up.
That's pretty good.
As long as you're here, try to be useful.
Burn Clan Night Stalker. So, do a little switcheroo here. Probably chose that. That's what I wanted, bud.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
Firebolt works. Sounds good. Cruel Flyer. Blah, blah, blah. Cruel Fire Bloom. There we go. There's Altar. So we are in business now. As long as it doesn't play anything super big that we can't really deal with.
Of course, I'm on your side.
Warnhold Trader. I might just Red Brahmin that, to be honest. Yeah, why don't we Red Brahmin that?
Careful there, friend.
I didn't want to drop Red Brahmin yet, but Mournhold Trader deals 4. We're only at 10, so we are not in great terms.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Of life here. Now I'm gonna drop Altar. Our 1-drops are these guys, so we can do. We'll do this.
Surrender or die. Your blood will spill.
We know.
Oh shoot! I forgot he got the little thingy.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
Telvanni cast spell. So he only has.
Must I do everything myself?
I'm gonna wait. He only has the tome. Tome helps him.
Hermamora tests us.
Hmm.
Time to fight. Fires of all. Time to fight.
Tome with the yeah, sounds good, bud. Gonna kill the 3/3 off.
Kalos.
No, you're going to face.
Follow me, men.
Ooh. Okay, so we need to really well, that works. Why can't I click? Okay, there we go. Sack that off. A Skulk and Sorcerer's Negation. I'll drop another Skulk. Drop an Altar.
I lurk in the shadows.
Sack that Altar. Queen Baron's Eye is our best friend right now. I'm throwing
I
her
am
down.
the Queen Mother. Attend me.
I need to throw her down, and I need to, like, not have her die right now, because I need health, like, ASAP.
What have we here?
No, do not grab something that's useful. I am okay with that. So I got a little bit of, let's do this,
We are
right?
not amused.
He'll grab a card. I'm gonna play Death Priest. Take Mortal Trader. Use that on that.
Just give me a name.
I fly like the wind and the shadows
There's
protect me.
Belmore Spymaster. Damn. Okay. So he's gonna pass. Or I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna get, he'll get a card. He gets Mummy and something else. Mummy.
Care to make a friendly wager?
Yeah, no, that's gonna die. I'm not letting you get any more cards. So I really don't want that to be able to grab him any more cards. So if I Sorcerer's Negate it, then we Balmora Spymaster, or do we alter
So
that?
much work yet to do.
Clockwork Apostle. Oh, and since we threw the Sadra's Agents with Galen back, oh god.
We'll stand together.
I'm gonna alter that.
Just give me a name.
And a Mortal Trader. I'm gonna pass. Might have enough for lethal next turn. If he doesn't grab something outrageous. So. Rapid shot.
Let's heat things up.
That's not a problem. Let's see. I don't know if we have enough yet. Sorcerer's Negation. What is that on? That's on 5. We could hit Brynjolf. Bunch of other stuff. I would like to hit Brynjolf. Death Priest. Not exactly what I needed. Alter that.
We'll stand together.
Oh, my lord.
We are not amused.
Yeah, let's beat it for a bit. I'll let you get a card. Because if he doesn't, he's dead next turn. And I still got Sorcerer's Negation and Ice Storm, so I'm okay with this right now.
My fight
Yep.
is done.
Yep. He conceded. Alright, well, that's a little bit of a Telvanni Altar for you. Super strong deck. I highly recommend you guys try it out. Thank you for watching and enjoy.